Birds have a remarkable ability to navigate across vast distances. Even tiny hummingbirds, weighing less than a penny, can fly dozens or even hundreds of kilometers away from home and still manage to return to the exact same spot. They do this without using a map, without relying on Google Maps, and without leaving written directions behind. Yet these creatures find their way across continents, over mountains and oceans, year after year, with stunning accuracy. So today, we're diving into one of the most fascinating mysteries in nature. How do birds know the way home? Let's explore the science behind bird navigation, the tools built into their brains, and the lessons we can learn from their incredible natural instincts. First, let's ask, what tools do birds use to navigate? For decades, scientists have studied bird migration and homing abilities. They discovered that birds don't rely on just one system. Instead, they use multiple tools simultaneously. These include visual landmarks, Earth's magnetic field, the position of the sun and stars, smells in the air, and long-term memory. Each of these is important, and they all work together to make sure the bird stays on course. Think of it like having a GPS system with multiple backups. If one system fails, the bird can switch to another to keep itself on track. Now let's look at how each of these tools works in detail. First, visual landmarks. Many birds, especially those living in cities or familiar areas, use visual cues like trees, rivers, buildings, and mountains to navigate. They recognize these as reference points, just like we recognize street signs or buildings. When finding our way around a city, a bird might recognize a large river running east to west, or a mountain ridge near its nest. It stores these images and uses them as reference points when flying. It's similar to how humans remember landmarks, like gas stations or road signs, to find our way home. But birds don't just recognize shapes. They can analyze spatial patterns in the environment with incredible precision. Second, Earth's magnetic field. Inside the heads of some birds, especially migratory species like pigeons or swallows, scientists have found microscopic crystals of magnetite, a magnetic mineral that helps birds detect the Earth's magnetic lines. This allows birds to sense direction, north, south, east, west, even in complete darkness, fog, or unfamiliar terrain. When researchers interfered with these magnetic sensors, the birds often flew in the wrong direction. This proves just how critical the magnetic compass is to their sense of direction. It's like having a built-in compass guiding them, even when they can't see anything. Third, the position of the sun and stars. Day-flying birds use the sun's position, along with their internal biological clock, to figure out direction. For example, if the sun is on the right in the morning, the bird knows it's flying north. But they must also know the time of day, or they'll miscalculate. Night migrating birds, like some species of owls and warblers, use constellations, especially the North Star, to guide their journeys. They can track slow-moving stars and use those patterns to orient themselves during long flights. Imagine using the stars as your guide to travel. It's almost magical, right? Fourth, smell or olfactory cues. Believe it or not, some birds, especially seabirds and swallows, can use their sense of smell to navigate. They detect smells in the wind, the scent of the ocean, vegetation, or even specific land-based chemicals like iodine. These help them identify coastlines or their nesting area. In one experiment, Italian scientists blocked the nostrils of pigeons. The birds were suddenly unable to find their way back home until their sense of smell was restored. This shows how important this sense is to their navigation skills. It's like having a sixth sense to guide them. Fifth, long-term memory. Many birds have excellent spatial memory. They remember specific routes, wind patterns, and seasonal cues from previous journeys. Some species, like homing pigeons or Arctic terns, migrate thousands of kilometers and still return to the exact same spot every year. This suggests that birds form and store a mental map of the world, refined over time through experience. Just like how we recognize our neighborhood after living there for years, birds use their memory to retrace their steps and return home. Now let's explore what happens when a bird's environment changes. What if new buildings appear? What if roads are constructed or forests cut down? Well, birds are surprisingly adaptive. If a familiar route becomes blocked, many birds will switch to alternate routes, using other cues like the magnetic field or sky patterns to adjust. In other words, their navigation system isn't fixed. It's flexible. It's like having a backup plan. If one route doesn't work, they can always find another way using different tools to get home. That's incredible, isn't it? Now let us look at some amazing real-life examples of birds using these tools to find their way home. Homing pigeons are one of the most famous examples. During wars, these birds were used to deliver messages over distances of more than 1,000 kilometers. They didn't just fly randomly. They returned to a specific base with incredible reliability. They used a combination of tools like landmarks, the Earth's magnetic field, and the sun's position to find their way back. Another amazing example is penguins in Antarctica. They return to their exact nesting ground year after year, even in an environment with no obvious visual landmarks. They rely heavily on the Earth's magnetic field to find their way, along with other cues like smells and their memory of past journeys. And here's something truly mind-blowing. Some birds can find their way to a location they've never been before. But it's not just about returning home. Some birds travel thousands of kilometers each year during migration, and they somehow find their way to the same spot every single time. It's like an instinct built into them, guiding them over generations. And even if they've never been there before, they still know how to get back. And you know, it's not only birds that do this. There are some animals like turtles who return to the beach where they were born to lay their own eggs. They use the Earth's magnetic field to remember the exact location after traveling thousands of kilometers. It's amazing to think about, isn't it? So now, let's tackle an important question. Can birds ever get lost? Yes, especially young birds without experience. Sometimes birds can be tricked by weather conditions, like storms, which interfere with the Earth's magnetic field, or by human-made structures like tall buildings, which can confuse their visual navigation. However, over time, they learn from these mistakes and refine their internal maps. The next time they fly, they may take a different route, avoiding obstacles and using different landmarks to stay on course. It's like getting lost the first time you visit a new city, but then learning shortcuts and finding your way around easily the next time. Throughout history, people have been fascinated by birds and their amazing ability to navigate. Ancient Greek philosophers pondered how birds could find their way home, and early scientists like Aristotle believed that birds used their eyes to navigate by the stars. As we've seen, the truth is even more incredible. Modern science has revealed the secrets of bird navigation, showing us how birds use multiple tools to find their way. The most important lesson we can learn from birds is that nature has evolved precise, multi-layered systems without any digital technology. Birds don't need GPS or Google Maps. They have an internal compass, a sense of smell, and an incredible memory to guide them. They also adapt to changing environments, finding new routes and adjusting to obstacles. Their navigation skills are a testament to the power of evolution and the wonders of the natural world. So, the next time you see a bird flying overhead, remember that it's navigating using tools that have been honed over millions of years of its ability to find its way home is a remarkable feat of natural engineering. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe to Wiseuse for more nature-powered videos that explore the amazing ways the natural world works. Thanks for watching. Until next time, keep exploring, keep asking questions, and remember, the answers you seek are out there waiting to be discovered.